Most pricing advice for service businesses gets one thing fundamentally wrong. It treats pricing like a mindset problem when it's actually a location problem. You can be skilled, efficient, and professional, and still be priced out of profit if your local market can't support your rates. This video is for cleaning, landscaping, detailing, photographers, and solo service operators who want pricing that actually works. By the end, you'll understand how location sets hard limits on what you can charge, and how to price within those limits instead of fighting them. Pricing mistakes don't just reduce profit. They steal time, create stress, and quietly burn people out. When your prices don't match local economics, you work longer hours to make the same money. You chase volume instead of margin. You feel busy but stuck. Once you understand how your local area sets both a ceiling and a floor on pricing, decisions get simpler and a lot less emotional. Let's start with the core idea. Pricing is local. Customers don't compare your rates to national averages. They compare you to their income, their housing costs, and other local providers. At the same time, your business is constrained by local wages, travel time, and area-specific expenses. That creates two immovable boundaries. First, a price ceiling. This is what customers in your area are realistically willing and able to pay. Second, a price floor. This is what you must charge to cover labor, supplies, insurance, travel, and non-billable time. Your pricing must live between those two lines. If the gap is too narrow, profit becomes mathematically impossible, no matter how hard you work. 4 local factors shape that gap. The first is household income. Higher income households are less price sensitive and value reliability and time. Lower income markets negotiate harder and resist increases. Median income is one of the strongest predictors of viable pricing. The second factor is housing cost. Rent and home prices reflect how expensive it is to live locally. When housing costs rise, service workers must earn more just to stay in the area. That pressure pushes rates up, even if population size stays the same. The third factor is local labor wages. What hotels, hospitals, and janitorial employers pay sets your minimum viable rate. If you price below that reality, you either lose workers or do all the labor yourself. Neither option scales. The fourth factor is density and competition. Dense metros bring demand, but also heavy competition. Smaller markets reduce competition but increase drive time. Neither is better by default. Each requires disciplined pricing to stay profitable. Now let's look at how this plays out by market type. In high-income, high-cost metros, price ceilings are high, but so are wages and expectations. These markets support higher flat rates, higher minimums, and paid add-ons. Hourly pricing often caps upside here. Mid-income, suburban-friendly metros offer the best balance. Demand is steady, labor costs are manageable, and repeat clients are common. Flat-rate packages with predictable scopes work well, especially for solo operators. Lower-income markets have strong price resistance and thin margins. Survival depends on minimum prices, speed, and careful client selection. You cannot price your way out of a weak market. Several mistakes consistently destroy profit. Copying national averages without checking local wages. Running jobs with no minimum price. Ignoring travel, parking, and unpaid time. Underpricing to get in the door. Competing on price in weak markets. These are not marketing failures. They are location mismatches. Use a simple, repeatable framework. Start with local labor wages. Figure out what an hour of work actually costs once you include travel, supplies, insurance, and unpaid time. Then check that number against what people in your area can realistically afford. Set a clear minimum job price. Minimums protect you when jobs are small or inefficient. If the numbers don't work, it's not a pricing problem. It's a market problem. You cannot outprice a bad market. If your location supports adequate income, reasonable wages, and manageable travel, pricing becomes straightforward. If it doesn't, no amount of branding or hustle will fix it. Choose your market first. Price second. Scale last. That's how sustainable service businesses are built.